Hello, everyone. We're
Hi.
here. Yeah, we want to talk with you about Sophia Christ Circle. That's coming up, coming Monday, May 4th at 8 p.m. Paris time. And in these exciting times, we really want to share with you the themes that have risen in our fields as we are evolving together in a big, big, big way with the new consciousness. But we also would like to ask you to share this information, this important call with your network if you can. It's a message that is important for many people from my soul family, and we thank you for sharing it if you can.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
our circles, these Sophia Christ circles, are such a precious moment for us to come together, to gather, to work with the field in a coherent way all together.
Yeah.
And as we, through the years have cultivated this space with all of you, then we must not underestimate the potency of what is being created in this etheric space that we come into together, that and the energies that are deployed from there. So
Yeah.
this is a beautiful opportunity that we always look forward to, about once a month. And if you are new to this, then please join us. And of course, if you are someone who comes in regularly, we're so grateful that we can be creating the space together.
Yeah. Space of miracles, right?
It
Well,
is.
let's get started a little bit with what we have felt coming up in our preparation for Monday's circle, because the field is strong and it's kind of like pushing us forward with new information, and we're trying to grasp it and to bring it to you. And it's really interesting that we see that our memory is coming back at an accelerated pace. And we see that in a way, our remembrance process is quickening, and we are accessing ever higher levels of consciousness. And we so feel how we are moving out of this era of great forgetting. We're
Hurrah,
moving into the great awakening, right?
hurrah, hurrah, finally.
Yeah, yeah, it's a celebratory moment, I must say. I mean, it doesn't always look like that in the outside, but that's why we think it's so important that we keep our focus where it is in our heart space. So, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, and our bodies are embodying these new energies. We're learning how to embody them. The solar photons are feeding our systems with new consciousness, and our inner eye, our third eye, is opening up more and more in order to see spiritual truths that are underlying our physical reality. This is really very impressive, the way that this is happening. And necessary revelations are taking place both in our personal lives as well as in our collective field in our society. We know that we can only move on when we are moving on in transparency. We can only be building the new when it's from a point of transparency, of truth, of honesty, of sincerity. So all of what is happening is bringing us to this point.
Yeah, it's really interesting also that in our spiritual work, because that's the domain where we are very active, we're receiving new tools. And those are being revealed step by step in a way that we are able to grasp them and to understand how they work. And it's really new. I mean, there's many tools that we've remembered in the course of our life, but these tools that are given are really new. They have not been here before. They have not been in our space, in our experience on the earth realm, which is really, it's a beautiful, actually kind of innovative energy that we are discovering. And in order to integrate these tools and learn how they operate, sometimes we need to undergo physical adjustments, including, for example, energetic modifications of our third eye, our higher heart center, and other places in our body. It's really it's really being experienced on a physical level, and the only thing we need to do is surrender and allow it, and know that we're in the good hands if we are supported by specific light realms. And in a way, we are activating new levels of potentials within our earth body temples. And we see how our heart capacity is expanding and it's opening to a wider spectrum of possibility. And what is really beautiful and gives us so much joy, but also a humbleness in a way, that we are coming into a new level of connection with our earth companions. Like, for example, which is very active with us at the moment, the crystal kingdoms and the elemental kingdoms and others. So being in nature at the moment brings again and again and again new layers of consciousness towards us, and it's really incredible.
Yeah,
So yeah, we will.
yeah. With all this happening, the new consciousness fields are really enabling us to enter an enhanced level of insight and perception. And as you say, Petra, when we are out in nature, this is extremely supportive. We may be experiencing a whole new level of memories and realities of Gaia in different timelines, different periods of time.
Yeah,
But with all that is new that's coming in, we're also learning what this all means. How does this new light intelligence work? How do these new spiritual tools work? And as we're exploring, these new multidimensional capacities are coming online in a conscious manner. So we're ready for this, definitely.
absolutely.
Yet all these adjustments to the new require presence, discernment, adjustments, training, really studying what is happening, not taking anything for granted, but studying through our own systems. Really, our own systems are the template for this study, our own body systems, our own energy systems, our own light body. So it's exciting.
Yeah, it is. It is. And we're remembering more and more the spiritual capacities that we had before the great forgetting started in a way. So that's really beautiful. And, coming closer a little bit further to what we're going to be doing on Monday, we see that these solar waves that are coming in, they are bringing in waves of purifying plasma that we may experience in our everyday life as increased intensity on all levels, or maybe even chaos, that it's too much. And the energy shifts are happening on a planetary level. And they are constantly releasing the old density in order to stabilize a new earth that's based in truth, in oneness, in transparency, and aligned with our spiritual origins. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we've been recognizing certain things that are in the field that are actually the challenges, let's say, in the field. And also at the same time, we're receiving, there's one tool in particular that we will be bringing into Monday's Sophia Creation Circle. And that is, it's a tool actually with that we can use in order to work with all the challenges that are coming up. And this specific tool is what we call the Purple Flame of Transcreation and divine will, divine grace. So, in a sense, the theme of recreating timelines is coming in strongly with this specific spiritual flame. It's a new spiritual flame that we have never been in touch with before. We don't know it. We're studying it. We've been gifted it through our connection with the Amethyst Order that started sometime in November last year. And this new flame. We see that is an extremely powerful alchemical flame that is ready to be now brought to a wider collective to work with. But it has really been in a study process and an integration process and a learning process, for many, many months for us. So
Yeah.
maybe you want to say something more about the flame before we go into some of the other themes that we've been seeing in the field that we will be working with.
Well, we're seeing that working with this very specific purple flame supports us in a more smoother, easier way to bring extremes together. It has a strong connecting force, I would say,
Mhm.
bringing extremes together or bringing uh, two elements together or two parts together, and it creates the beauty and the higher version of these two. So in a way, it's the Trinity principle that it supports, but it allows it to be smooth and easy, almost like a chemical process or an alchemical process. So we'll learn more about it. There's a lot of information coming in also about the connection between the higher mind and the higher heart. So we'll share as we continue, but we will be working with it. So it's important for you also to directly experience this flame in your own lives. And there are a few themes that we will be actively working with this purple flame. And that is about, first of all, holding a space of deep unconditional love for ourselves and for others when the world of illusions crumble. We're living in a time of revelation of truth. And as this all of this new incoming light purify the old fields, the energies shift dramatically, which impact our lives on many levels. Yet, I mean, all of this is leading ultimately to a natural shift in perspective through our pineal glands and witnessing that which was unseen before, which can be challenging. If
Mhm.
you believe all of your life that something is true, and there's now a revelation that it shows itself to be completely false, that may cause reactions in your system. And the
Yeah,
purple flame is here to support us, to make that process easy and to hold us in that field of love for ourselves and to give ourselves time to digest, yeah, of these often negative emotion that arise in these revelations and in these situations, so that we can, because it's not so much about anger, it's more about the ultimate alchemizing process of these experiences into a new creation, a new reality that's based and held from the depth of our hearts. Yeah,
yeah. And that's something that everybody is doing in these times, it seems. Yeah.
yeah,
So there's a second theme that is very strong in the field right now, which is soul fatigue in the soul family lineage. And there's those that are connected to the Sophia Christ lineage. It's kind of like a deep or almost ancient fatigue. It's not something that is now, just today. It's very ancient, because these are souls who've been holding a very specific frequency for a long, long time, across lifetimes, across different layers of existence. It's a frequency of remembrance, of compassion, of holding the path back to source consciousness, even when the world around wasn't aligned with that at all. And that kind of holding, it really requires something. It really asks something of the system. So, what we're seeing now is not just a personal tiredness, it's like a collective exhaustion within the lineage itself, as if the whole field, the whole collective has been carrying this role for so long that it's now being felt more consciously, more physically, more emotionally. And it's important to say that it's not it's a sign that um, it's not a sign that something is wrong. It's there's no weakness there. It's really just a natural result of very deep, very consistent, sustained devotion. And bringing this into the field, we also feel that something is shifting. And just recognizing that can already bring some kind of a relief. And we will be bringing this into the Sophia Christ Circle on Monday to work with it, with this new purple flame of transcreation, which is an incredibly powerful tool that that will be able to address the situation and support it.
You'll know if you feel that yourself. I'm sure there are many in our group.
Yeah.
So then another theme that is coming up is, and that's really also in this moment in time very necessary. That's the holding of, let's say, both extremes of polarity. Um, and those extremes can happen in our own lives, and they are definitely happening also in the collective. Um, and if we're honest, I mean, that too has felt like a marathon, right? What we're seeing in the world, what's happening already for ages. So many of us have been walking in this very fine line, holding opposites at the same time. It's like the light and the shadow, clarity and confusion, expansion and contraction, without collapsing into one side or the other. And that kind of holding takes endurance, and it stretches the systems. It asks us to stay present in places that aren't always comfortable or resolved. But what we are beginning to feel now is that something is responding to that effort. There's a new presence in the field, something we associate with the power of the Ark of the Covenant as a kind of a spiritual answer to this long phase of holding polarity within a field of oneness. So it's almost as if a higher order of coherence is entering. It's like one that can hold these extremes in an easier way so that we are no longer carrying it in the same efforts, in with the same effort in a stretched way, but are being met by something that can contain and harmonize it at a different level, which is really beautiful. It's very powerful, and it brings release. But it's we need to understand and also acknowledge it when these polarities show up. That we witness it and that we can somehow bring it into this field to allow it to be held. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely, we are receiving the tools that we need to match the challenge of this time, for sure. And this is very beautiful, the way that we're cared for and accompanied in this process. So Monday's circle, we are going to be supported by Saint Germain, who is particularly present in the field of today because it's his day today, Saint Germain, May 1, Beltane. And this is also the month of Mother Mary, where we celebrate Mother Mary. So she is also very present in the field. They're crystal beings, very, very strongly in the field. Mother Earth communicating with us very strongly about her needs, how we can support her at this time. And then there are star beings from our galaxy and beyond that are here, ready to be working with us. And also some of our favorites, the Venusians that have been in the field and are being prepared. They're preparing for Monday's Sophia Christ Circle. So we invite you to come and spend this moment with us, working with these themes. We hope to be numerous to build a beautiful field together. The meeting will take place in Zoom, so please register as soon as possible so that we can avoid technical difficulties when the registration are at the last moment. And please check your spam for the link to the event. We want to say, because we have had some complications with the link being confused with proof of payment, but you will receive proof of payment, and then in a separate email, you will receive the link to the Zoom meeting, to the Sophia Christ Circle. So you will receive two separate emails, just so that you're aware of that.
Yeah. So Monday, May 4th, Would love to see you there, and we know it's going to be powerful because the field is absolutely ready for it. So we hope to see you there, and we wish you a beautiful, beautiful day wherever you are.
Mhm. We have a beautiful
Namaste.
full moon day and a beautiful weekend. See you Monday. Namaste.
Namaste.